Yes, Paul, I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for the intro. I also would like to welcome all the guests who are attending this meeting for the very first time, but also our distributors who attend this meeting every Monday evening to share with you their business. For the Kenyans, we are praying for peace now that the results have been announced. But life continues, and everybody needs to knuckle down to build their lives, to build their business. So I will spend the next 25, 30 minutes explaining to you what we do in our business. If you're a guest, I would suggest take a pen and a paper and just follow our discussion. I think this business is going to change your life because it has changed the lives of thousands of people in the African continent. As Paula said, my name is Pascal Oloo. I am trained as an engineer. I'm a Kenyan living in South Africa for the last 27 years. And the reason Betty and I came to South Africa is very simple. We wanted to make our life better. And that falls in place with the mission of our company, to make the world a healthier and a happier place. That always starts with you. When Betty and I came to South Africa, I came to study, but also to work to make our lives better, because the only path I knew of success was education. So I enrolled to do a postgraduate course at the University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg. I got a postgraduate diploma in construction management. But when I finished my course after 2 years part-time and an additional $4,000, there was not an increase in my income, and that really frustrated me. That was very poor investment. So Betty and I were thinking of doing different things. That's when a friend of Betty called her and asked her if she'd like to start a business from home. And she went for a meeting. I stayed at home to look after the children. When she came back, she explained the business. She couldn't explain the details, but she captured the idea. And we said, well, we don't know if we will succeed. If we don't try, we would never have known if we could be successful. So it's better to try and fail than never to try at all. So we tried, and after 7 months of doing the business part-time, the business I equaled my salary, and as they say, the rest is history. God has blessed our business. God has blessed our lives. After 3 years of doing the business part-time, I fired my balls. So if you're a guest, just pay attention. Now, I'd like to share with you 4 ways that people use to generate income. What are those 4 ways? The first is called a job. A job is when somebody else employs you, and after every 30 days, they pay you a salary. A job is good because it puts bread on the table, but there are challenges with having a job. Number one is no security. Because of technology and because of internal politics in the marketplace, it's not. I would not say it is. You can have something called a permanent job or a secure job. The second way that people use to generate income is self-employment. Self-employment is when you take some money, or either your life savings, or you put your property on bond, a mortgage, and you get some money, you start your own business. The problem with self-employment is, although you control the amount of money you earn by how hard you work, but if the business depends on your physical presence, what happens when you fall sick, or you've got family issues, family demands that you need to attend to, or you want to go for holiday, it means the business doesn't actually grow. So you need to hire somebody who understands what you do, and you're going to pay them, and somebody you trust. So in fact, there's a very simple test to know whether you own a business or not. Go away for a month or two. If the business collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way that people use to generate income is big business. These are companies like Vodacom in South Africa, Safaricom in East Africa, MTN, ShopRite, the Barclays, Absa Bank, Standard. These are companies that invest a lot of capital and infrastructure, and they employ a lot of people to run their businesses. Of course, you also, with a lot of employees, you have a lot of labor problems or issues. But this is not available to the ordinary person in the street, because to get such huge level of capital is not easy. The fourth way that people use to generate income is called investments. That is, when you take money which is over and above what you need on your daily basis, you invest in an instrument or a business that gives you a return on your investment. This is only available if you have money over and above what you need on a daily basis. Number two, you need to know how to invest. So what most people do, they get people who are skilled in investment and have knowledge to invest on your behalf. But is there an ideal business? Is there a criteria you can use to say this is an ideal business for building wealth? I think it needs to have the following criteria. Number one, you need very low capital to start the kind of business. For example, our company, you need between $60 and $100 to start a global business. And this is what I find very attractive. I remember even 6 or 7 months after I'd started this business, I didn't believe such a fantastic business actually existed, and I had never heard about it. Okay, so this is a fantastic business. The second thing is you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why? Because this is what people need. Nothing happens until a product is moved or sold to a customer. And that is why distribution has got a fantastic opportunity for wealth creation. The third element is you need to have a global reach. Your business needs to be operating on a global level. If that means you have a reach to more people than in the place where you live. Our company does business in 50 countries around the world. In Africa, we do business in 14 countries. The fourth element is leverage. Leverage is I think leverage is one of the secrets of success of very, very wealthy people. Leverage simply means that you find a way to multiply your time and your effort in order to increase your income earning ability. An example, the reason why banks open branches is so that they can leverage their services through opening branches and employing people to run the business on their behalf. Retail outlets do the same. Fast food outlets do the same. They leverage their efforts, they leverage their services. That means you find ways to multiply the time that your business is doing by cooperating with other people. The fifth element is you need to get involved in consumable and high quality products because consumable products have repeat sale. The sixth element is you need a business system. A business system simply means you find ways and tools for running your business, procedures, tools, equipment that you need to run your business so that you as the owner of the business, you don't have to be present where your business is being built or being run. And the last one is timing. Timing is very critical in this kind of business because if you start your business at the wrong time, your business doesn't gain traction. Either it's too early on the curve or it's too late. What is network marketing? What is this business that we're talking about? Network marketing is a system of distribution of goods and services. For example, Neolife is a manufacturer. They manufacture a range of products and they want to take this product to the consumers. So what they do is they cut out all the middlemen between the manufacturer and the consumer. In between there stands a distributor like myself. So what is the advantage of this? The advantage of this is we cut out the middlemen. We don't have advertising. Advertising is done by word of mouth, the people who are involved in the business. We don't have wholesalers or retailers. The products are explained to the customers directly by each of the distributors. So the money the company would have spent to advertise is what is paid to distributors like myself. We are paid for successfully referring customers to buy our products. The products are researched and developed on your behalf. What that means is that although you're in business for yourself, you're not in business by yourself because you have a whole support structure that helps you to build your business. Neolife has built infrastructure in over 50 countries around the globe. And all this is at your service. There are no qualifications required in a business except three things. One is you need to have a desire for success. Number two, you need to be teachable. Number three, you need to work very hard. If you have these three things going for you, you're going to be very successful. Now, this company was started by Jerry Brasfield when he was just finishing his teenage years. He was 19. And when he was a teenager, he had very, very serious asthma, and his mother gave him natural remedies. And he decided, let me share this idea with my people, the people in my small town called Porterville in California. 64 years later, Neolife is a global business, a global company. But what has kept our company thriving all these years is what we call the 5 necessary corporate principles. We believe that it is important that we need to believe in a certain set of principles that ensure that our business has continuity. One is absolute honesty and integrity. That means we simply need to tell our customers and the public about our products, the truth about our products. The second one is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. If we don't have people, we don't have anything. That's why we need to treat people very well. Our customers, our distributors, the staff members who work for the company, everybody who is involved with our company, we treat them with respect. The third element is products that work. Neolife spends a lot of money they have put together a group of scientists whose job is just to develop high quality products. So products that work. The company has a scientific board made of scientists from different backgrounds, nutritionists, people who are involved in pharmaceutical, in manufacturing, in biochemistry, people from completely different backgrounds. Number 4 is equal opportunity for everybody. Everybody starts this business at the same level. Whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're old or young, whatever level you come from, equal opportunity for everybody who is starting the business. So the growth of your business doesn't depend on anything except the ability to work hard, having the right attitude, and training the people in your team to build their businesses. And the last thing is you need to have a long-range vision. I mean, Jerry Brasfield has been, this company is 64 years old. We've got distributors who have been in the business for 47 years. Betty and I have been doing this business for 26 years now. So longevity is a very, very important aspect of this business because it guarantees stability and success. Neolife started in 1958 in the USA. In 1971, he came to South Africa. 96 and 97, he went to East Africa. And the year 99, 2000, it went to West Africa. If you're a guest, this business has come to your doorstep today. Now, why do people start this business? Betty and I started because we wanted to make an extra $200. I don't know what your reason is for coming to this presentation, but people start the business for different reasons. Some start the business because they want to have a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to buy dream homes. Some start the business because they want to buy better cars. Some start the business because they want to live in holiday homes or travel to different destinations. Some start the business, I think most people start the business because they want to generate additional income. And some start the business because they want to be physically fit. So if that is you, if you start the business, you're partnering with a company which is over 60 years old, in fact, 64 years old, operating in over 50 countries from around the world. In Africa, we're in about 14 countries, supported by the Scientific Advisory Board, a group of top-notch scientists who write papers and research papers for the world-class journals, the United States Department of Agriculture, the CDC, the Global Science Network. So different platforms where the science of our research and development of our products is displayed. 4 ranges of products that we have. Which are these ranges? These ranges are, number 1, the Golden Home Care range. That is the products you need to make your home look neat. Products for the carpet, the tiles, the kitchen, the bathroom, anything in your home that you need cleaning, we've got the products for you. The second one is a personal care range of products. These are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third range is the skincare organics. These are things, products for your skin. And the last range is the health supplements. The health supplements are the highest selling range of our business because people know that their greatest wealth is their health. How does this business work? Just like any other business, we've got a way we run our business. And if you do what we call the daily success habits, you're going to build a very good business. The first one is use the products. We use the products because two things. We change our shopping habits. Instead of buying the products we need on a daily basis at other places, we buy it from our own business. We are supporting our own business. And secondly, we want to demonstrate to the people we recommend to that we also believe in what we recommend. So if you use the products, Neolife operates in over 50 countries. So the company has decided to standardize the measurement of the business volume. We use what we call PV, which is point value. 100-point value of PV is about $160 worth of business of products. The second thing we do is we share the business. That simply means we introduce other people to be users of the products or promoters of the products like ourselves. So if you introduce 6 people to be promoters of the products, and then what do these people do? They do what you do. Let me say, if the 6 people plus yourself is 7, plus times 100 gives you 700 PV, you become a manager in the business, and your income is about $45 a month. The next thing you do, is you train the people you brought into the business to do what you do. So if you teach the person on the top right corner to use 100 PV, they also introduce those two introduce 2 others. You have a 700 PV unit, plus the other 6 gives you 1,300. You become a senior manager in the business. Your income is about $90 a month. The next thing you do is you begin to teach the people in your group or your team to do what you have done. So if you've got 700 PV units plus your own, gives you 4,300 PV, and that's about $500 to $700 in income, which is a director income. The next thing is, not everybody is going to join your business as promoters or distributors. If you do that, these people become your customers, and you make a net profit from them at 20% because you're buying the products from the company at a discount, but you're selling to your customers at the full retail price. So you make a profit of 20%. The third thing that we do in our business is called personal development. This simply means that you learn how to build your business through your support system and your sponsor, through training, support, personal development. You attend seminars, you attend conferences, you attend conventions so that you can learn how to become a better business builder. If you want to succeed in this business, follow one simple principle. Help other people become successful first. When you become a director, your goal is to help other people in your group become directors as well. So if you help one more person become a director, you become a software director, your income is about $1,000 a month. If you help 3 people become directors, your income goes to about $2,000 a month. If you help 6 people become directors, you become a president's team member, your income goes way above $5,000 a month. So at this stage, I want to hand back over to Paul to invite our guest. I understand she's a completely new, excited person in our business. So Paul, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Pascal. And thank you so much for a great presentation that you have been able to take us through. And I believe our guests have been able to understand 1 or 2 things about our business. And right at this moment, I want to bring somebody who came to this opportunity not very long time ago. He's a student, he's still a student, a medical student, and doing this business in a very special way. He's a young person, all the way from Western Uganda, Barara. I want to bring our brand new director, Badru Asiimwe. Badru, can you hear me? You can unmute yourself and share your story with us.
All right.
You can also put on your video. We can hear you. If you can. All right, we can see you. Can you hear me?
You can see me.
Yes, we can hear you and we can see you. Please take it away.
All right.
Most welcome, Badru.
Thank you very much. Let me prepare something here so that we can share. All right. I think you can all see me. All right,
Yes,
thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Paul. I'm just excited and happy to be part of this international presentation. By names of Badru Asiimwe, and as they have told you, I'm a medical student from Western Uganda, actually doing this business on a part-time basis. I was introduced to Neolife opportunity by a gentleman who happened to be a stranger. I don't know how some of you have been invited to this meeting, but for me, I was invited by what? By a stranger. This gentleman came in and told me that this opportunity can help you in 3 aspects. He told me that number 1, you will acquire good health. I loved it so much because in my profession, we are being taught how we can treat people. Number 2, he told me that there is what we call money, wealth. What I can talk about is money right now. And he told me that there is lifestyle. Actually, me, what I picked most was health at the same time money. Because at that time, I remember it was a time when I had lost a brother who was very young, and he left us with some young kids. Actually, I was seeing my responsibility now tripled. I was seeing at myself, building myself, at the other time, taking care of those kids. I prayed to the Almighty. Actually, it was late night. It was around 3. I woke up early morning. Actually, it wasn't even a morning. It was late night, and I was like, God, why can't you show me something that can change my life? And at least I contribute something to my family, because I was seeing it being very difficult for me to handle. So that is when the next day but one, a friend of mine invites me, and he told me, when we had a one-on-one, he told me all those I've told you, and I picked up instantly. As a student, obviously, many you can know even the registration fee was hard to get, but by God's grace and by the attitude I had, I picked it and I started. In my 1 month, I realized that actually it was towards the end of year conversion. I managed stepping up twice, a manager and a senior manager. I was recognized at that time. I became very happy. I received special gifts, and actually my parents took it bigger because they saw a big picture. They managed being at that place. So what was next was this. When I started, they told me that if you take it further, if you help other people, you will find that you can achieve all your dreams and goals. So I kept it on, and in the journey, I want to share you some of the things that I've been able to attain as a student through Neolife opportunity. Number 1 thing of the thing that I've been able to achieve is what we call learning how to share good health and learning how you can live a healthier and a longer life. Today, we are always there in the hospitals, we are always busy meeting people, and you find that now, instead of us using food as our medicine, we use food. We use food in an abnormal way, and you find that now we shall need medicine to treat what? To treat ourselves. That is what we are told. But in Neolife opportunity, they told me that it is very possible for you to revise your feeding or your nutrition, and you find that you can be able to prevent all the chronic diseases that are even killing 3 out of 4 of every death that is happening today. I liked it so much. When I was to take a thorough survey, I realized that there is a board called Scientific Advisory Board that is behind the Neolife products. Me, as a health practitioner in making, I was very happy and excited, because I found that even the founder of chemotherapy, the person that is among the board that introduced chemotherapy, Dr. Arthur First, is among the people that stamp and sign our products. I was very excited. Actually, yesterday, but when I was talking with one of the doctors in Zambia, working with one of the hospitals in courtesies of Neolife, I've managed meeting him. And when I explained the Neolife to him, immediately he picked it because of Dr. Arthur First. So for people out there who don't know Dr. Arthur First, in your free time, try finding about Dr. Arthur First. So I picked it, and the area of interest was health. The next thing has been what we call touching people's lives. In this world, nothing good that is, nothing that is good like helping someone live pleasing you. We have done things, but nothing good. Even I think in God, for people who are believers like me, God can never even punish you even when you have done something wrong. If you have helped some people, if they are behind talking about you in a positive manner. So when I started on it, it was very exciting because through Neolife products, I've been able to touch people's lives. This time around, you find that instead of people coming back to me when they're in need of drugs, when we are there at the wards, find that you have given someone a drug, and tomorrow they are coming thinking, doctor, you know what? Now this drug has failed to work for me. So what you do what? You change for them. You get me? So here, what is here is this. When I give people Neolife products, they are not drugs. They are nutritional products. These ones are supplements. You quote me very well. But when we give them alongside drugs, people can even get back to their normal, the lifestyle diseases, the cancer, the diabetes, the hypertension, the respiratory diseases. Then we have the ulcers, all those stuffs that that come because of what we eat and how we live. So when I give today, when they are coming back, at least they come with a hen. I think that is something very interesting. Someone coming with a hen. Thank you very much. Doctor, you've done something I've never thought in my life before. So I'm just very happy because of that. Then, when you go further, I always tell people, the adults especially, we have the young adults and then the adults. The adults are those ones, actually, let's approximate around 40 and above. We have gotten an era that is disturbing us today, that is changing. Actually, it has been there, but today it is coming in a full swing, that in a way that even it is affecting us more. People have gotten this era in a way that they first focus on money, and then health comes in later. I think you are getting me clear, you people. What do I mean here? You find that you will use when you're young, when you have started the teenager life, when you say that you have things you want to do, you focus too much on money. We make money 24/7. Some of us forget even to eat. Food has escaped because we are looking for money. But let me tell you and warn you, the time is there when you're going to use your money to cater for the health that you refused to cater for in the previous time. I've seen that one, and many of you are aware that that one is happening. When you focus too much on money, you will use that money to cater for the health. And that is why we are here being taught to be ready with all our equipments to handle the lifestyle diseases that you brought into yourself because of what you failed to do, and whether intentionally or whether you never knew it. You get me? So with the Neolife opportunity, we always tell people, when you are the youth, when I was introduced to this business, actually, a few months back, I'm still young, I'm in early 20s, but I was told that when you're young, you do what will prepare you for tomorrow when you're old. So these products are not for even the old or the sick people alone. Personally, if you're to see in my background, you'll see some of the products that I'm using because I don't want to fall sick. I've seen doctors who wake up early in the morning, they take antihypertensives, they take anti-diabetics, and then they go on ward to treat people. So you are a patient of your patient. You get me? So I always discourage that one. Let's use food. And if you cannot, please, there is a way. We have people to trust the scientific advisory body in Neolife is there for us. Let us supplement so that we can be in position of living a healthier life that is free of chronic diseases. So we should use our time when we are young and we prepare ourselves for tomorrow. You get me? Let us focus too much. Every time I'm to present, I always talk about health, because if you're not healthy, nothing you can do. You get me? So I've been able to learn that one through Neolife opportunity, that I should concentrate too much on my health as I prepare myself to make more and more and more money. That is something that I've learned from Neolife also. The third one has been what we call, that has been touching people's lives health-wise. We have the financial part of it. This is an opportunity whereby people can wish to be like you, and you show them that it is possible. I've admired some people, but you see that even when you admire them, nothing you can do at it, because where they are, you can never reach there. I already share my checks with people. I motivate them. I show them, you see what? It is very possible for you too. This one is an equal opportunity for all. Here, I've been able to touch people's lives financially. Imagine at my early age, finding that someone behind me is earning money that is above approximately $70, $80, $90, because I showed them this opportunity, and they are taking it further to director. I think in a few months I'll be developing directors in my team. I've been happy because of this. We have international friendships. I've been able to take my business to almost now I have it in Nigeria, I have it in South Africa, and I haven't been out of Uganda. You get me? This is an opportunity whereby even when you move out of the country, you don't need to go and hustle. I mean, if I move to Kenya now, I know I cannot fail to get where to sleep because I have friends there. South Africa, I have distributors there. Nigeria, actually, I know that I have even Nigerians that are on this call, personally invited by me. Then another thing that I've learned from Neolife is what we call personal growth and development. Mr. Pascal has talked about it very well. Actually, my motivational speaker said that your income will never exceed your personal growth and development. And I want you to know that it's not about how much you earn, but it's about the person you become when you're earning that money. That is something I've learned from Neolife. You know, there are some people that are there every day, they are focused on money, but even they forget about feeding their brain with positive stuff. I mean, if you are to see the people of my age, you find that they are still in that corner, in that era of mom, dad are going to provide for me. I'm no longer having a look at it at that opportunity. I mean, at that angle, because I've seen that I've been able to develop myself personally. The ideas I've fed my mind with are totally different compared to the ideas I used to have before I joined this business opportunity. So the other thing I've learned from Neolife is called financial freedom. You know, there is something I want to talk about here. Actually, I always call it a trap. It's called time for money trap. Time for money trap means what? It means that people now are selling their time for money. That is something not good. Nothing that is costful like your time. I've seen people that are working from 8 to 5, whereby that is why I'm studying, that is where we are headed, but at least I know that by the time I reach there, I'll be someone else. I've seen people that are doing that one, but you find that now, if they don't work, they don't earn, and they have to be there 24/7. Whether it is raining, whether it is shining, you have to be there. Those are the people that are called employed. Employees, they are employed. And I really talk about it in a way that Neolife has given me that opportunity to being my own boss, deciding when and how I want to work as a student. You get me? So I've been able to get out of that trap. I know that I now own my own time. I own it and I decide on my own. You get me? So the facts about money, that is one of the facts. And I've seen that today, rich people are no longer chasing and looking for money. If you're to look at any person that motivates you in terms of finances, may I have my motivations, my people that motivate me in Uganda, the likes of Badru, if I'm to mention. But if you are to find that the thing that those people are doing, they are not going out there to look for money. They identify people's challenges, take a step, and solve the challenges. We are so lucky and privileged that Neolife offers for us the class products that we use to solve challenges that people are facing. I mean, talk about the farmers. 85% of Ugandan population, they are farmers, but they are facing challenges. That is why Neolife has amazing products like Supergrow to help our people work, get money. You know, there are some people actually, even when you sold him a jerrycan of Supergrow at 800,000 Ugandan shillings, approximately $200, they will be fine because they know that it will work for them. So I've learned that we have to solve people's problems and then money flows or looks for us. Here I am. If you're to find the money I'm getting, I don't think I've been out there struggling too much, but it's because I'm able and I'm capable of solving people's problems. You get me? So we have, there is a gentleman I was sharing with when I received my last month's commission. I was sitting for an accountability, making like dividing everything I wanted to fulfill and looking for the appropriate portions of how I'm going to save and use my money. Approximately $500 disappeared. They were no more like when I was to calculate. And I realized that there are some people that work and you find them earning that money. And these are the people that have families. They're the people that have school-going children. They're the people that have other responsibilities. And I'm like, wait, Badru, you're a student. And this money cannot even, I thought I can use it and even I remain with balance. I found out that even it is not enough. Money is never enough. So you people, we need to get extra sources of money apart from what you're doing, because Neolife helps you to make it a full-time or a part-time basis. You get me? So what I'm here to tell you people is that in the line of attaining all these things that I've told you, that thing of financial freedom, in my 4th month in this Neolife business, I managed stepping up to executive manager. And if you know the benefits of executive manager, that is when you start earning approximately 170 US dollars or 100, depending. But I was very excited when I saw a check that is approximately 500 US dollars in Ugandan shillings when I was 4 months old in that business. And in my 8th month, actually last month, I managed stepping up to a director. I mean, life has been a different life for me. Even the way I'm thinking has totally changed. And I'm not saying that this is enough for me, but I see that as a student earning 1.5 Ugandan shillings, approximately 500 US dollars, I think that is something that is showing me that at least the future is very bright. I've been happy because of it. And on top of that one, I've been able also to touch people's lives. They have come up earning that amount of money. Then, as I'm finalizing, I will tell you that there is what we call lifestyle. When I was being introduced in Neolife, I never saw it as something very possible. But today, I've been given a ticket, fully sponsored by Neolife, all the way to Dar es Salaam. We shall be there for 1 week. Everything fully catered for by Neolife. I'm just really thankful to the Almighty for showing me this light. And I pray that every person who is on this call should pray. If you've not understood it very well, pray to God to help you understand it. And at one time, you'll be sharing a story that is far, 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 far much better than mine. Because I know that it is possible if it has been able to happen for Badru in his early 20s as a student. From there, local, actually, when I was talking with my mother, I was telling her that I'm planning for a flight and Neolife is paying for me. She got worried. She was like, my son, wait. Who am I going with? Eh? Actually, I think she has even started fasting that the plane should not fall down. So when I'm seeing all this happening, I'm like, it's by God's grace and by the decision that I just took to say yes to this business. I'm thinking my future being a brighter one, because by the time I'm to graduate next year, I know that I'll be earning at least above 1,000 US dollars. And I'm planning very soon to at least find myself in a dream, not a dream car, but at least in a car driving myself. I'm planning to have real estates, which is also already on my dream chart. And also I'm planning to have the kids, the siblings of mine, the last borns of ours, paying into the best schools. And also I've been able to prepare myself for the tomorrow that I want. The kids of my brother are going to be in the best schools. I'm telling you, keep watching. It's just a matter of time. If it has been able to work for me, if it has been able to work for Badru Asiimwe at his early age, at you people on call, you can do it better than me. We are very ready to work with you because they promised me that one when I was starting. And also I promised it to you who are on the call. After this call, the people, you look for the people that have invited you. And I know that they are going to share with you what we shall do to succeed in this life. Thank you very much. I think I'm out of time. I'm just excited. And you know, when it comes to talking, because of the excitement I always have with Neolife, I feel like it is endless. I cannot feel like ending, but because of time, I think I can rest my case here. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. And everyone on the call, let us get started. And the future is very bright. Thank you very much. You can take over.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Badru, with the opportunity of Neolife. It's just interesting to see a young person like you who is in his early 20s start this business and now taking it to greater heights. I saw you come in. I've been able to see you become a director, and I was quite happy. I mean, when I got a chance early this month to be able to travel to Western Uganda, to be able to see you together with your team, and I just want to say that you have just started. There's a lot ahead of you, and I'm looking forward to see you together with the team in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania on the 27th for our East Africa convention. So thank you so much. all the best as you continue to share the business with other students and all the people that you come across, touching their life and making the world a healthier and happier place. So thank you so much, Badru. I want to take us back to Pascal so that he can be able to close our meeting today. Pascal, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, and I think Badru's story is quite refreshing. I was very excited to hear your testimony, and at least today, I know the difference between young adults and adults. Thank you very much. But I think Badru's testimony is an example to all the young people who are starting off in life that if you depend on your exchanging your time for money, follow Badru's example. They'll show you what to do. So thank you so much. And to get back to our presentation, one of the things the company has done to make our business very, very efficient is to take advantage of technology. I mean, Badru was saying that he's got distributors in South Africa, in Nigeria, but he lives in Kampala, Uganda. So the company has tried to make the business very efficient. If you want to order products, you can do them online. If you want to register new distributors, you can do it online. As soon as you register with the company creates for you your own back office, which is called a personalized website that you use to manage and monitor your business. Training is done locally and internationally online. The company, any market that the company does business, they contract local courier companies to deliver products to our customers and distributors. Payment of bonuses and commissions, or payment if you want to buy products, you can do it online or by mobile transfer, depending on which country you are in. The other thing that is very, very exciting about our business is travel. Betty and I had the privilege of attending the Ruby Orientation School at the Santon Sun Hotel in Johannesburg in 2019. In 2017, we had leaders who traveled to Abu Dhabi to experience a different part of the world, paid for by the company. Those are some of the leaders and distributors from the African continent who attended the leadership school in Santon Sun. If you're a guest, how do you get started? Go back to speak to the person who invited you. They'll give you an application form to fill. You'll pay your registration amount to start your business. This is called the business starter kit. In South Africa, it's between 720 and 2,810. In Kenya, it's 7,620 or 9,280. In Nigeria, it's 20,600 or 26,500 naira. In Tanzania, is 145,400 shillings or 178,400 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda, is 211,000 or 251,000 Uganda shillings. In the USA, is 75 US dollars. In Sweden, is 930 Swedish kronas. In Italy, is 64 euros. In Ghana, is 448 or 715 Ghanaian cedis. In Cameroon, is 52,000 or 65,000 francs CFA. So you've got different starter packages depending on the market you're in. What do you need to become successful in that business? The first thing you need to do is to make a decision. Success always begins with a decision. Secondly, you need to know what you want. What is your dream? What is it that you want to achieve that you've not been able to achieve before? You need to have a dream so that you have a reason for doing the business. The next thing is you need to find out what you need to do or know. You need to be teachable, to learn about the products, to learn about the business, to learn to become a better leader. Number 3 is just hard work, discipline, guts, courage, persistence. Persistence really is important for success in this business. And number 4, you need to have faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your sponsor, faith in the company. If you believe in yourself, you're going to be very successful in this business. What is next for you? If you're a guest, speak to the person who invited you. They'll give an application form. They'll guide you on how to get started in the business. I wish you the very best in your life and success. And the thing you need to do is make a decision. So back to you, Paul. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and good night.
Thank you, Pascal and Badru. Thank you, everyone, for attending. We have come to the end of our meeting. Have a wonderful night. And the guest on the call, please speak to the person who invited you. They'll be able to show you how you can be able to join and be part of these exciting opportunities. So from me, Pascal and Badru, have a wonderful evening. See you soon. Bye-bye.